Court dismisses suit against Bayelsa State Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujapo. INEC publishes list of candidates for Edo election following the conduct of party primaries. Bridging nutrition gaps, Nigeria to mitigate malnutrition in the country. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Olajide Bello. The alleged money laundering case filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission against the Binance cryptocurrency trading platform and two of its executives, Tigran Gambarian and Nadim Anjawala, continues with one of the defendants moving an application for the enforcement of his fundamental human rights to freedom of movement and liberty.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the FIRS arraigned Binance Holdings Limited and two of its executives, Tigran Gambarian and Nadim Anjawala, on charges related to money laundering and tax evasion. Its two executives, who arrived in Nigeria a few weeks ago to resolve issues with the federal government, were arrested upon arrival and also charged to court. The prosecution's attempt to have them take their pleas was opposed to by the defense counsel, while Nadim Anjawala was arraigned in absentia because he escaped from security custody. Gambarian, through his counsel, Mark Modi, SAN, filed an application for bail, citing health concerns. At Monday's proceedings, the prosecution counsel, Ekele Ihanacho, told the court of the need to study the application, having just been served with it. Despite defense counsel's insistence, the court adjourned to Tuesday to allow the prosecution adequately study the bail application. Meanwhile, Justice Emeka Nwite has dismissed a suit seeking the disqualification of Bayelsa State Deputy Governor Lawrence Erujapo from contesting in the November 2023 governorship election. He delivered the ruling on suitability of Erujapo to contest as running mate to Governor Doyediri of the PDP, a certain Bayelsa indigene, Blessing Clement Azibanagba, and sought to have Lawrence Erujapo disqualified on the basis that he allegedly used falsified documents to contest the poll. But Justice Emeka Nwite upheld the preliminary objection of the Deputy Governor that the matter was statute barred.
The only solution for us now is to file our appeal.
The plaintiff case at the preliminary objection stage, his matter was dismissed.
During the course of the trial, it was established that the plaintiff who filed the suit was not even an aspirant in the PDP primary election.
And away from the judiciary, INEC has published the final list of candidates for the Edo State governorship election following the conduct of party primaries. Statement by INEC National Commissioner for Information, Sam Olumekun, indicates that 17 political parties are fielding candidates in the election, and their names and credentials have been published at the INEC office in Edo State. However, some political parties conducted fresh primaries to replace their earlier nominated candidates. The Action Alliance AA and African Democratic Congress ADC replaced their governorship candidates and their running mates, while the African Action Congress AAC and All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA, Boot Party and New Nigeria People's Party replaced their running mates. With the publication of names, the next activity is commencement of campaign from Wednesday 24th April 2024 and ends at midnight of Thursday 19th September 2024. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has been declared winner of the Ondo State All Progressives Congress APC governorship primary election held Saturday. The governor was declared winner by the chairman of the APC Governorship Primary Election Committee and Governor of Kogi State, Ahmed Usman Dudu in Akure. Abiola Ario has the details.
Lucky Orimisan, that you is hereby returned elected and he is declared the winner.
Having won in 16 out of 17 local government areas where the primary election was conducted, the Kogi State Governor said the result, as announced, is subject to ratification by an emergency APC Special Congress with 5 delegates from each of the 203 wards affirming the victory.
We must set aside our differences and unite behind our candidate, as the case may be.
Supporters of the governor and party leaders react to the declaration.
I'm excited because the will of the people had actually come to pass today.
Reconciliation has just started. We are a party, we are a strong party, we will be stronger.
The governor appreciated President Bola Tinubu and the leadership of the party from the national to the state, as well as local and ward levels for his emergence. While acknowledging other aspirants and stakeholders for the successful conduct of the primary, he underscored the need to close ranks and put aside discordant tunes ahead of the bigger task of winning the governorship election as a party come November 16, 2024.
This is not a time to hold grudge against one another, but for all of us to come together to work for the success of our great party, so as to remain in power.
The primary election did not, however, hold in a federal local government area as a result of violence. In Akure, Abiola Rio, NTA News.
Governor Bassio says the All Progressives Congress in the South Zone is not relenting in effort aimed at increasing the number of states in the zone governed by the party. The governor said this during a meeting convened by executives of the All Progressives Congress in Calabar. Justina Etem has details.
The closed-door meeting was an avenue to deliberate and fashion out ideas to strengthen the party in the South-South zone, as well as tackle other issues affecting the party. Fielding questions from journalists, Governor Tu assured to align with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people.
We all know what the renewed hope agenda is, which is, of course, what I've been preaching here also. And our own, you know, is the people's first. So people's first plus renewed hope means quantum progress. We needed to come together as a family to put heads together in order to deepen APC in the South-South.
Vice Chairman, All Progressives Congress, South-South Zone, Victor Gaydom, says discussions in the meeting were also targeted towards enhancing the chance of the party to emerge victorious in the forthcoming Edo governorship poll.
It's a family meeting, a family union, a family discussion, and it's intended to better our own party and reposition the party towards success in the region.
Though Cross River is the only state governed by the APC in the South-South zone, APC chieftains are optimistic that soon the whole of South-South will be captured by APC. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
And away from political party matters, all is set for the Summit of Faith Leaders on Nutrition to broaden awareness on understanding nutrition dynamics for sustainable health and economic development. Vice President Kashim Shettima is slated to declare the summit open in Abuja this Tuesday. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria are optimistic of transformative results in mitigating malnutrition in the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
Religious and traditional leaders are a catalyst to ensure improved human capital through nutrition. It is in the light of this that Accelerating Nutrition Results in Nigeria project is leveraging their respect and believability to drive the message and inherent benefits of nutrition. The guest reiterates the need for multi-sectoral coordination for a seamless process.
The Vice President, if he has not held meeting on this Nutrition Council, has held meeting well over 8 times. Non-state actors who are in our collaborations, of course, being saddled with the responsibility of helping to disseminate the technicalities involved in ensuring that, look, the mandates, clarity, and of course purpose for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's national policy on food and nutrition is well carried out.
Personal communication through the faith leaders. That's why we're bringing the traditional rulers, the faith leaders. They are the gatekeepers of the community. You know, we have worked together with them, knowing the kind of work they have done in the past on the eradication of polio in Nigeria, through the issue of HIV in Nigeria, how they were instrumental to improving the quality of health of the people.
With technical and financial support from various organizations, deployment of technology, as well as awareness creation, the guests are emphatic that mothers will have access to information that will enable informed choices for their family's nutritional benefits.
We know that the health sector alone cannot deliver on most of these targets that we intend to achieve, or the objectives that we intend to achieve for nutrition. If you don't have the right routes, you don't have the right information, like where nutrition education is very key, then it's not likely that we'll win the fight against malnutrition.
With notable correlation between nutrition and productivity, they reiterate that any nation willing to grow economically must pay serious attention to adequate nutrition of pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
And away from the health sector, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has sanctioned some officials over the harassment of a female candidate wearing hijab to the examination hall. The female candidate, who wrote the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination at the Bafute Institute, Ilewe bus stop, Ejigbo, Lagos, was said to have been asked to remove her head cover during the accreditation process before being allowed into the examination hall. A statement by the head public affairs of the board, Fabian Benjamin, stated that the board regrets the incident. The statement adds that upon investigation, it discovered that the incident or others in the past were not linked to any of its examination guidelines, but rather a product of misplaced priority of some of the board's accredited partners or officials who claimed ignorant of its guidelines on accreditation. The board assures Nigerians that the issue will be properly investigated so as to prevent a reoccurrence. Time now for a commercial break. The news continues shortly.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau, in noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
Thanks for being there. Vice President Kashim Shettima has declared open the national dialogue on state policing organized by House of Representatives. Themed Pathways to Peace, Reimaging Police in Nigeria, Vice President Kashim Shettima restated government's commitment towards ensuring security of lives and property of Nigerians. The national dialogue is expected to make recommendations and discuss areas for legislative intervention. Speaker, House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, former head of state, General Abdul Salami Abubakar, former President Goodluck Jonathan, and other stakeholders made remarks at the meeting. The Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, is urging the government of Libya to join forces with the Nigerian government in tackling the proliferation of small arms and light weapons, as well as the trafficking of illicit drugs from Libya to Nigeria. The minister stated this when he had audience with a delegation of Libyan National Security Agency on the sideline of the high-level African counterterrorism meeting in Abuja. The Libyan delegation, led by General Mohammed Azain, also discussed other security issues affecting both countries, including sharing of intelligence that would assist in policy planning between the two countries. The people of Badaria area in Kebbi state capital, Birnin Kebbi, were thrown into mourning when 8 Al-Majri students of Tabakin Dutsi Islamia school lost their precious lives in a landslide while excavating sand meant for construction. Correspondent Usman Abdullah Shehu has been speaking with eyewitnesses.
It is a usual thing for students of Al-Majri schools to work for their teachers in Kebbi State. It was, however, a black Saturday for the preparator of an Islamia school in Badaria, Birnin Kebbi, Malam Dan Umma, who had asked some children from his Islamia to climb a nearby hill and get sand for a neighbor when the unexpected sad incident occurred. The students were excavating below the hill when a large chunk of the hill began to slide down on 10 of them, killing 8 while 2 sustained injuries. The 2 students who survived sustained various degrees of injuries, including fractures.
We were here reading when we suddenly heard a loud sound, and I was informed on the unfortunate incident.
Faruk Abubakar and Abubakar Aliyu, both students of the school, were eyewitnesses.
By the time we arrived here, we can only see a hand of our colleague, but they were all covered in the sand. It was only when we started digging that we saw others. They were all not moving and dead when we removed them from the sand.
Their lifeless bodies were removed from the rubbles and were rushed to Sahaya Specialist Hospital, Birnin Kebbi, where they were confirmed dead. The funeral prayer was later conducted and they were buried according to Islamic rites. Meanwhile, the Kebbi State government has supported the families of the deceased with 2 million naira each. The Kebbi State government also promised to take measures to ban excavation of the hill for construction purposes.
With this unfortunate incident, government will secure this place. We will not even allow people to go closer.
This hill behind me is where the unfortunate incident happened, and the people around here say such of an incident have never happened here before. It is a place where they usually excavate sand to build their houses.
The Emir of Ilorin and Chairman Kwara State Council of Chiefs Ibrahim Sulu Gambari has been described as a blessing to the people of Ilorin Emirates and Kwara State at large. The National President of Ilorin Emirates Descendant Progressives Union (IEDPU), Abdulmumini Ayo Abdul Malik, made this assertion in a congratulatory message sent to the monarch on his 81st birthday, which coincides with today, Monday, April 22nd, 2024. Abdul Malik said that the Emir has before and since his installation as the 11th paramount traditional ruler of Ilorin Emirates proven to be a patriot and statesman of high caliber. He recalled the several roles played by the Emir towards ensuring the stability, peace and progress of Ilorin Emirates, particularly in the last 3 decades of his reign. The community leader added that the Emir has particularly been helpful to the union as he always gives its succeeding leaders a listening ear and also offers quality support to it. Abdul Malik assured the Emir of the continuous support and unflinching loyalty of the good people of Ilorin Emirates, as he also wished him a longer and more peaceful and rewarding reign. Towards strengthening operational capacity for combat readiness, the officers and men of the Central Naval Command have been advised to keep the tempo of fighting oil theft and other criminalities along the waterways in the Niger Delta region. Chief Staff Officer, Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Olusegun Lakone Shoyemi, gave the advice during combat readiness exercise in Yenagua. Ebinimi Zitimiyola reports.
The Operational Combat Readiness Exercise, which commenced from the Central Naval Command, Yenagua, took the men and officers round major roads in the state capital. The The Chief Staff Officer, Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Olusegun Soyemi, used the exercise to remind the men and officers of the need to constantly strengthen their health care by involving in exercise for combat readiness. He also warned criminal elements to desist from illegal activities along the maritime domain as the Nigerian Navy is combat ready to dislodge them in any time.
It is one of the several activities designed to maintain our officers and men at the peak of their physical and mental excellence. And this is just a small testament, a little testament that the Central Naval Command is physically fit, fully ready, fully able and committed to achieving the vision and mission of the Chief of the Naval Staff.
Ebinimi Zitemiola, NTA News.
And up next is Sports Update.
Leaders Rangers fell to 2-0 defeat against Rivers United in Port Harcourt on Sunday. Fidelis Ilichuku's side, however, maintained top spot on the table despite the defeat. Alex Oyowa and Deputy Echeta were the goal scorers for Rivers United in the game. Jude Bellingham scored a late winner as Real Madrid beat Barcelona to move 11 points clear at the top of La Liga after an enthralling El Clasico. Bellingham smashed into the roof of the net as the clock ticked into stoppage time as Real twice came from behind at the Bernabeu. Andres Christensen scored the opener for Barcelona, but the Vinicius Jr. penalty had the game level at half-time. Fermin Lopez made it 2-1 to Barca before Lucas Vazquez equalized again. The victory puts Real firmly on track to reclaim the title with just 6 games left to play this season. In athletics, Olympic champion Perez Jepchechil stormed to victory in a women's-only world record time of 2 hours 16 minutes and 16 seconds in the London Marathon. World record holder Tix Asefa, Megetu Alemo, also of Ethiopia, and Kenyan's Joycelyn Jepskoge also beat the previous women's only record of 2 hours 17 minutes and 1 second set by Mary Keitany in 2017. Kenya's Alexander Mutiso Munyao held off distance running great Kenenisa Bekele to win the men's race in 2 hours 4 minutes and 1 second.
Never finished outside the top 3, and this time she's going to win London in incredible style, and it's going to be a new women's only world record. Jepchechir is the champion.
INEC publishes list of candidates nutrition gap, Nigeria to mitigate malnutrition in the country.